Listening is hard. I don't mean listening to your own inner thoughts. I mean listening to your surrounding with a still mind. Listening without a narrow mind. Whether the noise is far or close to you, listen to your absolute attention, and it will create a flow in your mind in which there are great beauty and depths of insight within those ears, and the mind will be flourished. Listening is only important when one's not projecting one's own desire through which one listens. But most of the time, we listen through our projections and feelings, through what you want to hear, the sufferings and the satisfactories, the thoughts and the surroundings, the words we hear from others. We don't listen to the world, to the birds, to the tree, to the leaves falling, to the wind, to the people having a conversation, even to our closest families and friends. We don't listen to them. We listen to our own thoughts. Can you put aside your projections in the mind and really listen? That's very hard for people nowadays to actually listen. Listening is not an art mastered by many nowadays, yet there is beauty and great understanding in it. We can't listen simply. We always listen from our assumptions or from a particularly point of view, with prejudice and biases. To listen, there must be a inward quietness, freedom from thoughts. The relaxed yet alert state is able to hear beyond verbal conclusions. Words and language are merely human ways to communicate, but the world has so much more to tell us than just verbal communication. Words are merely our meaning of communication. It doesn't encompass the whole of communication. To listen to a human, you need to listen to their verbal phrases, but to listen to the world, you don't need anything. You just need a clear mind, a pair of ears, which we all have, to listen to this world. To commune beyond the noise of words and sentences, there must be listening in an alert yet passive state. Only those who love the world may listen, but it is extremely rare to find one. Most of us are results of listening to our projections. We solve and conquer problems that we face in life by using methods, ways that you find online on the internet, or your own experience, which are not listening to you. These are listening to the words, to other people. Sometimes we struggle to solve those problems, but there is no true listening. They're trapped in their busy life. It is only true listening that one hears the sound of words, to hear the birds chirping, to hear the winds flowing across your ears. That is true listening. We often listen to our projections because they're relevant to our life. But beyond that, there's so much beauty in this world that we miss because we don't truly listen. To listen to something demands the mind to be quiet, without any thoughts in mind. To listen to someone, the mind has to neglect the buzzing ideas from our mind. Listening is one of the most difficult things. To listen to different ideas and words from different people, whether it is a stranger or a relative, or someone on the internet. Just listen. It is only when you listen without the mind that you're in contact with the person, they're actually connecting with them, and you examine whether their statement is true or false without asking questions. Examine it with an open mind. A mind without projections or biases, without past experiences that you have learned, without any knowledge even. Just listen, and you'll know if the statement is true for you or not. Listening is not a premeditated action. It is an instinct of human, a mechanism to discover the world. Most of us use this wrong. They are aware of themselves listening, occupying their mind with effort and implication every second, trying to capture the delights or trying to avoid the uncomfort thought. Listening is the act that brings freedom. It is a complete act to master. So, focusing on the results of listening is not listening. Examining and discovering the inner state without judgment or the will to change it is true listening. Listening is like meditation, but in a different format. Can you listen to the surroundings and your own judgments and condemnations in the absence of your mind? This is the question towards freedom, and it is the only path to truly listen. Listening doesn't require effort from the brain. It is self-activated. But when the brain is interfering and controlling, effort is necessary. That's why we struggle and procrastinate. Procrastination is listening to our own mind, which there are hundreds of thoughts every day battling against reality, creates unnecessary damage to our daily life. Struggle comes from the mind fighting the world, meaning the mind hindering or manipulating certain sounds you listen to, whether it's words from others, whether it's your own thoughts and judgments, whether it is something that you predict will happen or something the past that you can't get over. The mind fights constantly to get back in control, to trap you into listening to your infinite, indignant, and resentful thoughts. That is procrastination. It is only when you listen without any effort, letting go of the mind, you achieve silence. Letting go of the thoughts, not battling it, not trying to get rid of it, but accepting it and letting it go, letting it flow, accepting it, surrender to the thoughts, surrender to the surroundings, listen to the world. That is the true path to freedom. Not trying to improve your life, not trying to battling your thoughts, not trying to do something to change your life. It's just surrender and listen to the silence. Listen to yourself. Don't listen to others' advice. That's exactly the opposite what those content creators online tell you to do. Use advice as guide to listen to yourself and work out your own understanding. You don't need knowledge from the outside. You have infinite knowledge in yourself, but you haven't just discovered it yet. You need to discover it. This is your own way to achieve your goals, not others' way. You don't listen to people online telling you what to do. You gotta find a way yourself. Only listening like that can one be creative, neither obeying or resisting any thoughts. Just listening to yourself as the speaker guides you to figure your understanding of self. Just follow the words, not trying to predict or trying to manipulate your future, not trying to justify your actions, but to just let go and let those words sink in you and try to listen to yourself without judgments, letting go of your thoughts and resisting those predictions for the future. Listening is such an important act we have, and it is a superpower we have in us. But most of us struggle to understand it. That's why you need to activate it. By following this video, you know how to activate listening and use listening as a tool to help you improve in life. Thank you for watching this video and see you next time.